Hello here. I've reached Plat 1 with Dinos, and this is my deck profile. I run 1 Archosaur, 3 Babysaurus, 3 Maxis, 1 Pteranodon, 3 Ash Blossoms, 1 Giant Rex, 1 Scrap Chimera, 3 Miscellaneous, 2 Solar Oviraptors, 2 Scrap Raptors, 1 Pregatrops, 2 Ultimate Conductors, 1 Nibiru, 1 Terraforming, 2 Pills, Dual Evolution Pills, 3 Fossil Digs, 1 Lightning Storm. You could also add like another Harpies Feather Duster in here or another one, up to you. 3 Potus Prosperities, 3 Lost Worlds, 1 Called by the Grave. You can run 2, but I've been thinking what to remove. You could maybe remove their Nibiru if you want a second one, but I've also had a lot of games where Nibiru did come in clutch, and in this deck in particular, there's a lot of Miscellaneous makes it so where a lot of time it doesn't matter how you go about it, because this card is just way too good. Anyways, 2 Infinite Impermanence. That's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, we have a Borreload Savage Dragon, Dino Wrestler Giga Spinosaurus, Elvosaur Lagia, 2 Adolka, a Baguska, a Digaris, a Zeus, a Link Karibo, Secure Gardna, Nightmare Phoenix, 2 Pentastags, Scrap Wyvern, Appaloosa, and an Axis Code Talker. I'm being honest, if you want to shape this down to where, you only need so and so, you definitely need a Borreload. You need the Elvosaurs, the Lagia and the Dolka. You need the Link Karibo and a Secure Gardna, and Appaloosa and Scrap Wyvern. Pentastag actually as well. This card is really good. And I would obviously craft this if you can. Everything else is kind of just toolboxes for you. Like this, I just have this here. If it's filler, I would really run if I was gonna run something else other than that, I just don't have it because it's quite expensive. I would run here. Give me a sec. I know it's like rank 8. Oh, fucking hell. Let me see. Hold on. Dark. Rank 8. This is the card I would run. This card is a great finisher in this deck. You can make rank 8s like no tomorrow, or you can make level 8 synchros like no tomorrow in this deck. Yeah, no, I would definitely run this if you can. If not, just make this, it's fine. You really also have this card to really make you finish. Finish it, like, so you're able to finish off real quick. But this card's really good if you're gonna add something else. That's just other stuff you could add. I also have a variant of this deck, which is summons VFD. The purpose of that deck is you like snatch away like 6 of your opponent's extra deck monsters. You rip a card out of your opponent's hand, and you end the turn with a VFD out. But it's kind of more gimmicky. This is kind of what I run if I really just want to win the game. You could add You could also add Scrap Golem, but I feel like Scrap Golem clogs your hands too much sometimes, because you don't ever want to see this in your hand. Even seeing one of the Raptors is kind of like iffy, but that's fine. So here. Wait, where are the replays at? Oh yeah, this. So here, I'll go through how to go play with this deck. So we didn't get too much of a great hand here, so we're gonna skip. We use Max C here to just actually save us. And just we're able to like get into good hands here. Yep. So we take the Maxi challenge. pop that guy. He gets like really broken. Yeah, whatever. So he has this really crazy monster. But here, the way we're gonna make this hand playable is we're Lost World, and we're gonna just straight up OTK him. If you guys don't know what this card does, it's unaffected by other card effects, and just makes all your monsters like lose attack on the end phase, but unkillable card unless you attack into it. And I believe this deck has like, I guess not hand traps, but I guess specific to the Raid Raptor archetype to keep this thing alive. So even if I were to attack this thing, he can like boost its attack or something like that. So this is how we're gonna get around this. We're gonna avoid him altogether. So Lost World has an effect when you never summon a Dino once per turn. You can special summon a token on your opponent's side of the field. So we give him a token. And this is our going. This is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna build a board for going second, essentially. We're gonna miscellaneous. So now all my stuff's immune. The crazy thing about a miscellaneous that if your opponent has any Nibiru, he can't just actually touch any of your Dino stuff. He can touch anything else, like tribute, all your other stuff, but he cannot touch your Dinos. And what we did here is we used miscellaneous secondary effect to banish it and special summon an Archosaurus from our deck. Special summon it and Archosaurus effect goes off, that you can pop a Dino monster from your side of the field or in your hand. And here we decide to pop Babysaurus from our hand, and it adds double evolution pill. Once the Babysaurus gets destroyed, we could special summon a level 1 or level 4 lower Dino monster from our deck, and we go with another baby here. And here, you can use your effect of Oviraptor to pop this, right, and then save it with Lost World, and then pop a baby from your deck, and then just keep going with the combo. However, in my head, I already knew I did not want to touch this, so I was just gonna ignore the other secondary effect of Lost World, and we're gonna use it to actually OTK. So we're gonna use the effect of Oviraptor, which is be able to destroy one Dino on your side of the field, to special summon a level 1 or level 4 Dino monster from your graveyard. So we pop one baby and get the other baby, and this is important because we get to special summon another Dino from our deck, and we make Scrap Raptor. And with the Archosaur, we make a Linkuriboh, and this is just to have more targets for the Evo pills. And with the Scrap Raptor and the Linkuriboh, we make Scrap Wyvern. We're gonna use this effect now to bring back our Raptor and pop him. So now with this, Scrap Wyvern's effect pops, which activates, which lets us special summon another Scrap monster from our deck, and we have the Scrap Raptor. Doing this would also trigger your Scrap Raptor's effect to add a non-tuner Scrap monster. So this is why it's kind of bad to draw this card. So this could have been any other card, and we wouldn't have had this Chimera in our hand. So that's what's cool about it, but it's also bad about having it. But it's fine. We don't need anything else anyway. We're done here. We pretty much have a game. So here, Scrap Wyvern's effect is if you special summon a Scrap monster from your deck, you get to pop a card. So another thing here, I could have popped this and then keep everything intact, or even pop this and then keep everything intact. But I just didn't want to touch anything on the field, so I just touched the thing that can't be destroyed, to be honest, because who cares? So this guy probably was laughing because I popped his Raid Raptor, or I tried to pop a Raid Raptor. It's not a misplay, I just didn't want to touch. I did not want to save it with Lost World, and I just didn't want to pop my baby because I didn't want to keep special summoning. I don't know, it makes sense. Anyways, so Scrap Raptor's effect is I can normal summon another Scrap monster if I pop a monster on my side of the field. So we're gonna pop the baby the last time, and we're gonna summon Giant Rex. Now we summon the Scrap Chimera, and we can special summon the Scrap Raptor. So normally here with the Chimera and the Scrap Wyvern and the Scrap Chimera and the Giant Rex, we would make Appaloosa. But right now we're just thinking of just ending this game. So instead we're just gonna link these two off, and we're gonna make a Pentastag. Pentastag makes us like whatever monsters underneath it. So here we decide to make here Warlord Savage, just in case he has and he has like a monster effect, and I can just negate it. But we'd use double evil pill then, right? But this is important because now my ultimate conductor Tyranno can do penetration damage, and this monster has 0 defense, so you're just able to do 35 to him. And here's like the spicier thing. We're double evil pill. We banish the Rex and then one of our max C's in our graveyard to summon it. So this triggers off Rex's effect. When he gets banished, you get to special summon it from so we get Rex, and then here is how we're going to create game. We make Dubris, and we're going to use the third ability. We're going to skip our next battle phase, which doesn't matter because we're just planning to end this game right here and now. And we're going to double the attack of one of our monsters. Boom. We have a monster with 7,000 attack that can attack every single one of our opponent's monsters. But we're not going to do all that because, like I said, I mentioned, this card is at least whatever he has in his hand would be interesting. So why not just go for this? So this Pentastack can also do penetration damage. So right here we have game with just these 2 monsters. So we're going to attack with Conductor. We're actually going to save the Jurassic Egg token, so he's not going to be destroyed, so he still has a 0 defense monster, and he can take 7k to the face. With this in mind, yeah, we can go in for this for game. We're going to attack as Raid Raptor for game, or we can just do the safer option of just straight up attacking with Pentastag. Ooh. Man. But that's one way to play this deck. Not sure what I didn't save a lot of my replays, so I'm just looking around to see what I can find. Oh, here. Yeah, it's not bad. So here we had Misk, and we're just gonna do our going first combo. So here we decide to miss first. She doesn't, so he's not able to do anything to us. You can technically use it to bait, but at the same time, I'd just rather just let it go interrupt it. We got a baby. We banish Misk. You know, pop the baby in hand. Double evolution pill. You know, there you go. Summon the baby. Pop the baby. Boom. And this time we're doing this without Lost World. Just keep that in mind. Link Karibo. Link him out. Scrap. You know, keep going with the combo I did. Special summon. And then, since we popped this card, our Scrap Raptor's effect activates, and we get to add the Chimera. We pop the baby, and we get another baby from our deck. We use the Scrap Raptor's effect to pop, so now we can normal summon again. And then we can summon the Rex, summon the Chimera, Scrap Raptor, and now with these 3, the important reason why you want to use Rex is because you can bring him back, and that's another level 4 you can use for something else. We have Appaloosa. Double evolution pill. You banish the Rex, banish the Chimera, summon the Conductor. The reason why I like to put him underneath, specifically Appaloosa, because sometimes let's say like you play through your opponent's board, right, and you negate all this stuff. This Appaloosa would be like at 0 attack or something like that. And I like to just make Pentastag, or you can even make Axis Kotalker from here on out. But yeah, like I said, because in a realistic game, this Appaloosa is going to be useless on your turn, just because it's going to be 0 attack from like negating stuff on your opponent's side. But yeah, but here after that, and we make our Borreload. Boom. We have a Logia. So in one turn, we have Appaloosa. So we have 3 monster negates. We have We have one Omni. We have two Omni. We have one Omni Gate. We have one Omni Gate here. We have an Omni Negate here. We can literally negate. We literally have 5 negates as well, because you can also count Auto Conductor, because Conductor is a Book of Moon base essentially for all your opponent's monsters. We also have Crazy Hand too. We have a Maxi and Ash Blossom as well. Our opponent just surrenders this. So here, when your opponent tries to, when you're playing Borreload, don't be afraid to like let them pop your back row, your little like link card. Yeah, you lose the attack, but you get to keep your negates, and this is all that matters. Let me just Ash that. I think this guy just surrenders because I just start negating everything. Yeah. This board is, well, making this board, if you know how to play through it and think about what's in the gate, you will more than likely just win the game. Obviously there's stuff like Dark Ruler No More, stuff like Forbidden Droplet, you know, stuff like that. Lightning, oh no, not really Lightning Storm, but yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the deck list. Yeah.